going to talk about ranked battles. I've played ranked battles. I like playing ranked battles, and I like it better than random battles. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Number one, everybody should give it a shot because the qualifying mode is for everybody. You don't have to be a good player to play in the qualifying mode. Number two, there's a little bit of a learning curve because ranked battles really does have better players. When I play random battles, I assume I'm better than my opponents. But in ranked battles, it's different. In ranked battles, as you move up, I see people playing with skill. So you got to play a lot more. You got to play a lot differently. And you'll notice that when I first started, my win rate was 36%, then went up to 50.7%. Now, in random battles, you see people with 65% win rates and 80% win rates. You do not see that in ranked battles. The best players get 52% or 54% or 56%. So it equalizes a lot of the people that are stat patters. You know, they deny that they're doing it, but I don't think you'll see people over 56% win rate. I'm not saying that it can't happen. It might change, but 52% win rate makes you a top player, like top 10 out of everybody on the server for ranked battles. It is more competitive, and it's not perfect because the way they make it, you could play well and not be rewarded for playing well. And it's you get to play your own vehicles, but it is only tier 10, which I don't mind so much. But one of the issues I have is that I'm really not skilled at every vehicle. I'm good at light tanks and SPG because I have a high ping time. You know, passive spotting works for high ping time. So does SPG. So, I mean, with SPG, I can win ranked battles and be not one of the top 10 players, but I chart better than people who think they're better than me. You know, I can see where they rank, and I rank better. But, you know, I want to play with regular tanks, but the action is so fast that certain tanks with long reload you won't be able to play because you'll reload once, and the battle moves so fast, by the time you get your second reload in, you have to chase after the battle. You know, you're constantly chasing after everyone, and you can't keep up, and you don't get to fire. That's the type of thing that happens. So it is a very aggressive gameplay, and there is a learning curve. I had to play a different strategy. When I played the first time, my strategy was working, but I had to play more games to level up. You see how it says 36%? I was leveling up, but way more games. Because, you know, there was the learning curve where I was just losing all the time. When I got to the next one, I figured out how to make it to the end. But, you know, it's really tiring to play all the time. You have to have perfect games in order to make it to the end without a lot of stress. If you've got like bad games here and there, one bad game, two bad games could take you 3, 4, 5 games to correct. So sometimes I would have a bad game and I wasn't exactly sure why, like playing SPG on a city map or playing light tank on a city map, and then you get another city map and you're just going to have bad games. It's nearly impossible to have a good game in that type of scenario. So you're going to fall in the rankings, and then falling in the rankings could be difficult to climb back up because of the way the chevrons and the shields work and things like that. So I do enjoy playing it. I know I didn't go through all the rewards. One of the other issues is I didn't really care about the rewards for the last one. This looks like the Concept 1B. I would play for this, but the 50 TP, I didn't realize what a great tank it was until after Ranked Battles was over. And the AE Phase 1, I already had it, and the Object 277 I really don't care about because my ping time is too high to play heavy tanks. So for that reason, I really didn't feel I had an incentive to play ranked battles. That was one of the issues. And if you're playing ranked battles, you're not playing random battles. And if you're not playing random battles, you're not leveling up your tanks. You're not getting your marks of excellence. You're not getting mastery badges. Maybe you're not using personal reserves. I guess they probably work in ranked battles. But there's a lot of things, there's a lot of rewards you don't get. And it's like a 3-week game. You know, you're using up a lot of your time. With something like Frontline, you do get to level up your tanks playing Frontline. You might be able to do this in 2, but they're all tier 10 anyway. And with Frontline, I got the rewards all the time. I always got it early. I was always way ahead of everybody. So I think it's good that they make the game a little bit difficult, but if they want it to be a replacement for random battles, they have to have all the features of random battles, and they don't. That's the problem with ranked battles that I think they need to change. And then people always complain. They always say things, we want you to remove the T95 chieftain and the other 279E. And it's like, seriously, I play this game, and when I see those tanks, it's tough, but I don't quit, and I don't cry about it. You just keep on playing. You find a way. It's only difficult when you're one-on-one. If you got a team, you should be able to figure it out. And you're going to have those guys on your team just as often as it's on the enemy team. It's not like it's always on the enemy team. I don't think it's just to complain about those vehicles. You got your allies playing those same tanks. So the other issue is, you know, ranked battles is there. It doesn't value you by your tank performance. If you play an overpowered tank, you're going to go up easier. That was a flaw with the game design that they made. You know, they could fix it. There's lots of ways to fix it. You either average the armor or average your penetration, or use the exact numbers, or come up with a formula. If you hit a weak spot, you get more EXP, but they don't do that. They haven't written it into the game yet. And they might not want to for legacy reasons. They might think, well, that screws up the whole EXP system. Okay, so I think it's a great game mode, and don't be a video game generation person where you quit and then you reset your game machine, turn it off and on, and start over. You know, this is one of those things, just keep on playing until you figure it out, and eventually you'll figure it out. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.